Okay, we are back in Legend of Heroes, Trails from Zero. Where we last left off, we concluded the Armorica aspect of the investigation. Now we need to go around and talk to everyone in Crossbell because stuff has changed. Oh hey, you're from that special something or other. Do your best, okay? You gotta give every day your all. Thanks, Mimi, we will. Still can't quite get her name right. Were you just dropped off by an orbital car? To be perfectly honest, I'm jealous. I discovered this really bizarre antique shop in the back alley a while back. Weird trinkets and baubles lined the walls, and this creepy old lady sized me up suspiciously as I wandered in. If only I had a totally hunky man with his own orbital car. I could have him take me anywhere my heart desired. I'm planning to go visit my relatives on West Street today. It's a shame that they don't have the orbital buses running inside the city. I mean, how inconvenient is that? Aren't orbital cars, like, insanely expensive? I know the feeling, though. I keep saying I'll find myself a guy loaded with Mira, but just saying that won't get me anywhere. Did you want a balloon, too? Heck, I only mind if you aren't tourists. Everyone deserves a balloon. So, is that Gina looping around already? Ah, crap. I didn't want to leave there yet. We'll let her come out a little bit. Yep. Oh, I forgot to talk to the people on Station Street, didn't I? Crud. Oh well. I was supposed to have done that when I came back to deliver the ingredients. Looks like railway deliveries are running late today. We'll hang in there just fine. Hoystdorf already thought up an alternative menu and everything. But I'm sprinkling some of my own personal flavor in there, though. Crossbell is home to a whole host of beauties. You got our big star, the dazzling Elia Platier, and the trailblazer in finance, the lovely Maria Belle Craw, just to name two. Even your ordinary girl walking around town keeps up with the latest fashion trends. No wonder why I'm so drawn to them all. So you'll meet Maria Belle later? We ran into a little trouble with their inventory, but worry not, I adjusted everything with the chef. I can 100% guarantee that you'll be met with all of our usual flavors. How lovely. They say Fremont traders make their way to Armorica to conduct business. Granted, with how scrumptious their vegetables are, I'm sure business goes rather well for them out there. Still, I have to tip my hat to all of those merchants willingly trekking out to the middle of nowhere. The manager and Braun have been friends forever. They're inseparable. They even decide on all the ins and outs of the restaurant's management together. Staying such close friends after all these years is honestly something I really admire. Dazzling buildings, picturesque scenery? Nah, I couldn't give a hoot about any of that. What I like are the kinds of places that let you cut loose and live it up. Now the entertainment district is out of the question. If trouble cropped up, we'd be suspended. Trying to stay out of the maid's path. Let's see, next up is a casino, and then we're spending the night at the fancy hotel. Where was the hotel located again? Should be nearby, right? My husband's been acting strange for quite some time now. Perhaps he's just nervous. It's our first time abroad and all. I'm gonna hit up Station Street before going any further. Well, we have to go Station Street anyway, so I can hold off on that in reality. If only I had a totally... Oh yeah, we already spoke to her. I don't think there's anything new here. The manager's been lost in thought over something for a while now. Do you think you might be trying to plan out a new project? The most important part of managing a department store is never losing the customer's interest. This is the manager's favorite phrase. I can't wait to see how he plans to apply this to his next project. Quite a lot of time has passed already since we had the grand reopening, and I expect our customers will begin to lose interest in us before much longer. If only I had a few tricks up my sleeve. Seems like our books are top sellers once again. I run a general goods store, but I see far more people coming to buy books than medicine or sundries. We're receiving a lot of orders for new releases too. Looks like I'll have to increase the shelf space I allot for books. So you can buy a Tira Balm, but it's still overkill. We don't need that yet. Mom spends half of our morning shopping. Half of our afternoon, you guessed it, shopping. Let's see, I bought all the ingredients I needed and checked out Prada's newest arrivals. What else? I don't remember if these shops update their inventory at all. I hear a few rather unpleasant rumors regarding the Mafia. I'm just praying that no tourists get caught up in their petty actions. It's just a rumor, but apparently monsters have been running amok in Mainz. The world sure is a crazy place, I tell you. Aren't there orbital lights set up to ward off monsters? Did they break? Thinking about the black market has me feeling down recently. Any piece of art owned by a wealthy person whose business crashed and burned ends up eventually going there. No matter how beautiful the art is, it ends up a part of their wicked underworld. How sickening. Yeah, we don't need those. The owner of the shop likes to dust off the silverware in his spare time. Not to mention he looks like he has a grand old time doing it. Isn't that kind of weird? Oops. Back when I first opened my store, I used to fly over the continent to purchase designer goods, but now that I've established a supply route, I can just simply order anything I need. It was fun back then, though. I kind of miss it. Yeah, we don't even need any of that. The only thing that's a maybe would be the shoes over here. And the reason for that is just because this gives evasion. It's just I'm cheap. It does give them a point of movement. We have a few fights coming up still, so it won't be completely wasted or anything. One of our customers frequently comes by to purchase high-quality black tea. I believe his name was Sergey? He's filled with interesting stories. We ended up chatting for nearly an hour today. Okay, I'm just trying to clear my throat out. Is this really what the chief is up to while we're doing all the work? Unforgivable. My sister is a nurse at St. Ursula Medical College. Have you met her? Her name is Rune. My parents are forcing me to visit her later, but it's just a hassle to go all the way over there. What a pain. And I believe the bus is broken down or something, so you have to walk again. But here's the shop I've been looking forward to, because we're going to use all the sepith we've been accumulating to open up orbment slots. I was planning on buying a vacuum cleaner, but what's the difference between the red one and the white one? Suction power and something else, right? Erebonia's Rhineford Company made their name as a big weapons manufacturer. Actually, they operate as a massive conglomerate, with each of its divisions producing orbital goods. Their products tend to be durable and practical, much like the people of Erebonia themselves. Yikes, the manager's trying to handle customers? This won't end well. What's he thinking? He knows even less about orbits than I do. Our manager's at it again. He barely knows anything about orbital tech, but he still tries to show off for the customers. I'll have to go help him out. Okay. And then I should mention this is a cheap, easy one to get. For TO, they're just going to get more and more expensive, I'm afraid. But for Andy, we can open a bunch of cheap ones. It won't give them a lot of high-tier spells, but it will still allow them to get the raw stats from some of this stuff. Action 1's only a 2-point increase for him, but action quartz are freaking amazing. So if I give this to Lloyd, he's going to have net 2% strength and defense, because the two will partially offset one another. EP cut, mind. EP cut. So if I want her to cast some higher tier spells, I can give this for a lot of water. Or I can put this on to try to just get better space and mirage spells. I'm gonna put this one here just to see if I can unlock anything mirage-wise. So I kind of want to get one of these. I'm going to hold off for the rest just so I can get bigger quartz later. And give him mute. There we go. So let's see, she has 35 speed, 29, 35, 34, so Ellie is the fastest, even without any of that. Then if you want to see, she has Icicle Edge now, or no, she still had that. So I don't think she actually got anything new. She got Fortuna. She has Chrono down, but they don't have Solar. Randy has all of these. He actually has access to Tira, which is ridiculous. So, how do I have his set up again? It's just Mute offers so much water. So if I were to give Mute to her, there's a bunch of different ways, but I don't have any priority or any incentive to go harder, further, or anything. But one thing I can do is just unlock a couple more slot levels on the girls just to boost their EP in the event I get an EP regen turn, you know? So if we look at their pools, it's still not really that much. I think it's probably when you get to the double slots that they become significant. Yeah, we want to go West Street first. Still can't get that one. The croissants here are to die for. Made a routine to grab one alongside a nice steaming espresso. Always hits the spot. Okay, that's how you do it. Our daily special is made with wheat and vegetable sourced from Armorica. Bread produced in the Republic is cheaper these days, but you'll find it's not nearly as fresh. Can't say I'm surprised that you're picky about your ingredients. I'll admit Oscar is talented. He's risen up to every challenge thrown his way and managed to win Dad's approval in just 2 years. That doesn't mean I'm even close to throwing in the towel. I'll leave him speechless tomorrow. An egg sandwich and a croissant. I think I'll buy some donuts too. They're the perfect afternoon snack. Oops, I might be going a bit overboard. I do want that snack, though. Hey, I heard all about you guys gathered up some much-needed ingredients for us. Excellent, thanks for really lending us a hand. Now we can focus all our attention on baking. No problem, don't hesitate to contact us if you need any more help. We won't even break a sweat. Sounds promising, you all seem like a dependable bunch. Alright, I may just have to take you up for that in the future. I don't remember if he actually does. He's like one of the few guys that might not. Ryu better not be thinking about keeping it. Told him this is a one-time deal, he better not have forgotten. There are 5 different fashion magazines you read in Crossbell. We make 3 of them in Crossbell, the other 2 from the Empire and Republic respectively. I read through all of them as much as I can. And what have we here? Hey, it's a special sports section. It's been a while since we last saw you guys. About a week, I think. So what's up? Actually, what's the deal with the kitten? Looks fairly young, maybe about 6 months old if I were to guess. Are you her owners? No, we found her roaming around West Street all alone. We think she might be lost. She was pretty weak, but we made sure to give her a ton of food. And look, she's as good as new, aren't we amazing? But... wait a minute, why don't we just ask them to help us out, Ryu? Them? You know we can't do it ourselves. What's this all about? Actually, there's a request we'd like to make. Mind hearing us out? Special sports section listened to Ryu and Anri's story about finding the kitten. And then... to summarize, you would like for us to find her true owner. Please do, she was wearing a collar when we first found her. We took it off because it looked like she was suffering when we first found her, but she mean that she has an owner. Yeah, she doesn't really seem to like us all that much either, probably because she has no idea who we are. I'd imagine her real owners are worried sick right by now. We should try finding them for the kitten's sake. Do you have any clues as to who the owner might be? Yeah, about that. Anri here was thinking that it might be a kid. The collar looked handmade. Doesn't that seem like something a kid like us would do? I can see that. Guess we should narrow the search to households with kids then. Cuts our list of potential spots down quite a bit at least. Either way, it's your call, Lloyd. Well, we're probably going to end up being late to St. Ursula, but let's try and look for the kitten's owner for a bit. First of all, we should probably take the kitten with us. Is that wise? She's quite feeble at the moment. Don't you think it would be a bit hard on the poor thing to bring her with us? I have just a solution for that. Can we speak to you for a moment? Oh, sure. Come here, girl. Lloyd took the frail kitten in his arms and placed her inside his jacket. There we go, all tucked in. This should work, or we should be able to walk around safely at the very least. What's this? Who knew you had a way with animals? I admit I'm impressed. Well done, Lloyd. So let me get this straight. You think it'd be best to assume that the owner is a child, right, Anri? Yes, probably. Since we found her over near the residential district, her home might be somewhere over there. Either way, our best bet is to focus on residential communities. Ready, everyone? Search for the kitten's owner started. So if you played Cold Steel, you may actually remember who has the kitten. Cecile's so busy with work that she can't even visit us on weekends. Wish she would, though. It's not like she has a husband to keep her busy. Don't be too hard on her, lady. Cecile's already got enough on her plate to worry about. Yes, I'm well aware. That doesn't change the fact that I like to see her every once in a while. She'll at least come home and enjoy the occasional meal with us. Have you guys heard about this? There's apparently an enormous ancient ruin along Ursula Road. It's a tower that dates all the way back to the Middle Ages, supposedly. What I wouldn't give to snap some pictures of it. I think that's where we fight Ari and Road and Azure. I'm trying to remember. For Adios' sake, my husband's bad habits have resurfaced. How am I even supposed to cook like this? Wait a sec, this table's in line with the center of the room. No, this won't do at all. I've got to go and retake the measurements. Hey, do you know they opened up a theme park in Michelin? The IBC financed and developed the whole thing themselves. Or they've pulled out all the stops using all the latest technology to build the thing. I'd like to see it for myself at least once. Don't see his wife anywhere. Very strict when it comes to throwing out the trash. Please take care when separating out your recyclables. It's a shame that city disposal only does the bare minimum. I get peeved when I see them toss everything together, especially after I take such pains to organize it all. What a bunch of jerks. Still can't get into Ilya's apartment. We have to meet Sully to get access to it, in case you're not familiar. Excuse me, want me to ask you something? Do you own a cat by any chance? We found a stray kitten. We're trying to find its owner. No, I don't, but can I have the kitty? I've always really wanted one. Wait, actually, my parents run a store inside our house, so I don't think they would let me keep a kitty inside there. Sorry about that. We gotta find the kitten's rightful owner anyway. Too bad. Oh no, what am I saying? The kitty needs to go back home, so I hope you find the owner. Another dead end. I tried greeting Momo when I came in, but the poor thing looked so uncomfortable, and then she just up and ran away. What a shy girl she is. I haven't seen Ryu and Anri around these parts lately. Where have they been? It's very much to see them playing out front. If I need any of these yet. I went to check out a shop over in Central Square, and apparently someone's moved in that old building up there. Must have completely missed that happening. I don't know it's been occupied. I didn't notice anyone moving in at all. You think she's talking about that special sports section building? Yeah, we still got a long way to go before our household name. Now that I think about it, we haven't gone into Giron, have we? Or is it Giron? Basically the weapon shop. Excuse me, do you have a minute? I was wondering if you've been looking after a kitten here, or perhaps if you know someone who is. A kitten? You know, this is a law office, right? We can't let a cat live in here. Kid makes a good point. And Grimwood's not here. I have cooking class at Sophia's house tomorrow. Sophia's an incredible cook, so I go over there sometimes to learn a thing or two from her. After I even finish the tour, so I can get ready to head on over. I think I'll sort through everyone's old clothes today. That way the kids won't be scrambling for clothes when the seasons change. Went over times about myself 2 colossal textbooks, one about politics and the other about economics. I'll need to learn all about those if I ever want to move up the societal leaderboard. I should look for party manners for dummies while I'm at it. I'm going to be readier than ever next time. Like, do they still make the dummy books? just may be a really dated reference for all I know, I don't know. Sorry the negotiations dragged on. How's Colin been, by the way? He's begun to enjoy drawing pictures again. In fact, he's been begging me for a new notebook to draw in recently. Good to know. Seems he's curious about everything, too. You're all acquaintances of my husband, correct? I'm Harold's wife, Sophia Hayworth. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Hello, everyone. I didn't know you'd be visiting. Sorry, Harold. Are we interrupting anything? Not at all. But anyway, how are you all doing? Are you feeling tired at all? Please feel free to stick around and rest as long as you need. You'll have to forgive me for not being able to offer you much as a host, though. Hey, Colin, do you have a second? Do you or anybody you know own a cat? A kitty cat? What kind of kitty is it? Hold on, it's this little girl right here. Let me retrieve the cat from his jacket pocket and showed her to Colin. I know this kitty. Seriously? Yeah, she likes to walk on our fence sometimes. Haven't seen her much lately, though. Looks like her little pussy cat is from around these parts. Also narrows down the owner of somebody living in the residential district. Let's continue the search. Got it. Thanks, Colin. You were a big help. I'm glad. I hope I get to see you guys again soon. No reason to speak to him. I was wondering if they'd say anything more. Oh. Excuse me, Lloyd. Were you looking to visit this house, perchance? Yep, after all, the kitten's owner might live here, right? So, right there's another typo. It seems there's a high chance they have children around the right age. I don't think that's the case, right? Well, if nobody's home, we should ring the doorbell first, right? Yeah, good call. What's up, Mademoiselle? You're acting kind of funny. Wow, there's an orbital doorbell. They must be well off. Excuse me, this is the CPD. Would we be able to speak to you for a bit? It won't take more than a minute. Ah, yes, I'll be there in just a moment. I'm Helmer, the family butler. I believe you said you were with the police, correct? Yeah, no need to feel alarmed, though. It's not an emergency or anything like that. Does this household happen to own a pet cat? A cat, you say? No, I'm afraid not. This residence does not own any pets. Well, I may be fond of cats. The master and my lady are more of the dog type. Really? Swing and a miss. Phew, that was more nerve-wracking than I thought it'd be. I've noticed that our neighbor's daughter wandering outside of her home by herself quite often recently. Who knows how far those tiny feet of hers are taking her? It's dangerous for kids to wander the city alone. You can never be too careful, you hear? My parents owned a mansion when I was growing up. It's filled with butlers and maids, so I never had a chance to learn how to do housework. Getting married certainly has been an adventure. I've actually had to learn a lot of things as a result. No complaints from me, though. I'm loving every second of my life. Is her name supposed to be Claire, or... And here's the moment of truth. Looks like a little girl lives here. Let's see if this might be our match. Excuse me, sir, do you have a moment? Could I help you with something? We're with the CPD and we're conducting a small investigation. Do you happen to own a cat by any chance? No, we don't. Sunita, sweetheart, do you know anything about this? I don't know anything. I'm busy reading a book with Father, so could you please go away? Swing and a miss. I would recommend we extend our search in the neighborhood. You're right, there's a chance we overlook something, so one more round won't hurt. I don't know anything. Busy reading a book with Father, so can you please go away? We don't keep pets in our home. Sorry we couldn't be of any help to you. Well, we tried. The residential district is situated in the far northwestern part of the city. If you continue along this road, you can leave Crossbell via the northern gate. You'll come across a mountain path that'll take you to Crossbell Cathedral and the Mountain Village Mains. Whoops, we have the kitten with us. It's probably not the best idea to leave the city with her in tow. And this is the end of the quest. Look. Marie! Marie! Where could you have run off to this time? Marie, come out! Didn't we talk to the little missy earlier? I suppose this little girl that's been going on her own. What's going on, though? She's acting sort of strange. Oh, that sweet child. Where has she gone off to? Excuse me, are you searching for something? Yes. Are you looking for a kitten by any chance? One like this? Lloyd produced the kitten from his jacket pocket. Marie! Thank goodness you're safe. You silly girl, where'd you run off to? I suppose that makes matters easier then. You must be her owner, right? Not exactly. Marie is actually a stray cat. She's a stray, even though she has a collar? Marie may be a stray, but she's still mine. That's why I wouldn't give her a collar. Can't say I saw that coming. The truth is, I wanted to keep Marie in my house, but Father would never allow that. After all, Marie tore up all of Father's important work papers. I saw her do it. Marie came in through the window and took an afternoon nap in Father's study. After she woke up, she tore all of his papers to shreds. I'm so sorry, Father. I think it would have been better if you'd explained the situation to your father as soon as it happened. The kitten sped off somewhere once she finished ripping up the documents, right? So you started searching for Marie because you were worried about her. I'd say that's case closed then. Those were quality deductions, Lloyd. Suppose the kittens will do as they please, huh? Damn near impossible to get them to behave how you want, I bet. Yeah, you're probably thinking there's no hope of keeping Marie at your house. If you love her so much, then why not try explaining the circumstances to your father? That would be best. Don't worry, we'll be there with you. Let's go speak to your father together, shall we? You've been wanting to keep a kitten. So this is what it's been all about. Huh? I've been worrying about how peculiar Sunita's been acting for a while now. She kept running off on her own without giving us even a hint of where she was going. The cat may have torn up my documents, but I suppose they weren't that important. So that means you aren't mad at Marie, Father? Can we keep her then? Please, please, please? Of course, sweetheart. I'm happy to say we've added a new member to our family. However, Sunita, it's your responsibility to properly take care of Marie, understood? Of course. Thank you so much, Father. I'd call that one happy ending. How sweet, her father clearly loves her very much. Agreed, and I can tell the little kitten is just as overjoyed. However, Lloyd, it was unnecessary of the police to escalate the issue as far as we did, correct? I had confused you for a bracer rather than a detective. You've got me there. I guess this case did end up being just a bit of public service. But we call ourselves a special support section, don't we? I'd say these kinds of tasks are right up our alley. Anyway, that's a wrap. Shall we head out? Yep, time to get a meow on. Kitten owner quest complete. So yeah, if you've been playing Cold Steel 3 and 4, you'd know that Sunita has a kitten. Marie, look this way. Thank you for your help today. That's all I have to say. Sunita is completely devoted to caring for that little kitten of ours. You'd think she would have asked me if we could keep the kitten if she loves her so much. Considering how Sunita usually acts, she was probably too worried I'd refuse. Hey there, wanna play? Thanks for coming to Barker Casino. Damn it all. This is the last time I let that chick walk all over me. Next time we play, I swear I'm crushing her into the dirt. Galetti and Elinda are both incredible gamblers. Let me tell you, if they went at you seriously, you'd lose all your money easily. But you know what? I actually heard that the owner is way better than both of them. I want to see that match. I want to see that with my own eyes someday. I'm already tired of playing at the cards table. Perhaps I'll request Mr. Drake to do me the honor of being my opponent. I heard he was a famous gambler in his younger years. Miss Ray Tarosa is one of our regulars that visits from the Republic once a week. She's one hell of a gambler. Working here, I've come to learn life's most bittersweet trap. You see, just when you think you figured out how fate will unfold, that's what pulls the rug out right from under you. Everything's a gamble in the end, so be sure to stay on your toes. I've been parading around these streets for 50 years. Compared to me, you're still just a baby sucking from his mother's teat, Randy. Got me there, Gramps. I've only been around these parts for a year and a half at most. Is it truly worth competing over something this shameless, Randy? High-ranking government official has reserved our VIP room for tonight. We treat him and all his guests to the finest service our casino has to offer. Again, man? Haven't you been getting way too many of those lately? We've been seeing more patrons, so I can't complain. You better not come barging in around that time. You hear me, Randy? Yeah, you know I want nothing to do with those jackasses anyway. Ice cream. Get your ice cream. Boy, I'm super thirsty. Are there any juice stalls around here? Lady Ilya, I now have in my possession photos of her in street clothes, her stage dresses, and the gown she wears in her dressing room. All I need now is one of her current practice outfit. Just gotta find my chance to snap the pic, and then my collection's golden. Damn, I sure wish I owned a orbital camera right around now. Some of that's way too pricey for a poor student like myself. Looks like only people with the proper authorization are allowed inside right now. Let's refrain from entering uninvited. St. Ursula Medical College is a state-of-the-art medical facility located south of Crossbell City. Us city people won't tend to make the trek all the way out to Armorica or Mains, but we're all quite familiar with the hospital. You sort of have to be. If you've ever been badly injured, then it's almost a certainty that you were treated at St. Ursula. Just stocked up on some ice cream from that stall down the way. The girl there is really cute. I'd get her a job here if she ever went out of business. There's the guy I'm looking for. You guys here? Hotel Millennium changed management a couple of years ago. Apparently they took all the luxury and opulence it was known for before and cranked that up to 11. I think I'll stay in one of their premium suites for a night when I go from rags to riches. We're proud to say that we make the most profit out of any business in the entertainment district, and it's all thanks to our wonderful patrons. However, because of this, we have a fair few business rivals. Complacency is not an option. Letitia hired all of our current staff members when she became manager a couple of years ago. Though we do have some unique personalities among our staff, they're all extremely skilled at what they do. Kinda wish the NPCs appeared on my radar. I don't see Doris. There she is. It's almost time for our patrons to be on the sightseeing tour to return. I best prepare myself to welcome them back. Down here. The government provides many incentives to encourage the tourism industry to flourish. Tourism and trade are Crossbell's key industries that help drive the economy. I'm honored to be a part of it. I can just warp to the administrative district now, so it doesn't matter. Really? We've got a Barker parked in front of our door? What a pain. We're in honest business with a license to operate. I've been seeing this dreamy-looking young guy around the entertainment district. He has this cool, mysterious air about him, not to mention that androgynous look of his can make any girl weak in the knees. He's always with some wealthy lady, so I haven't been able to make a move, you know. I wonder if he's a host. I think they're talking about Wazy. Got a lot of pretty young ladies working here. Might be hard to entertain customers all day, but the money is good. Some of them even ask to get their payment in advance. Man, everyone's a greedy ass. If I let things keep going this way, my rivals are going to outpace me. What should I do? I need to think of a way to beat them. What kind of business do a bunch of damn cops like you have with us? Get the hell out of here, alright? You take one step closer and you're on private property, got it? Quite the impressive piece came into my possession today. See, a golden ring, a Goldia ring engraved with the crest of the White Falcon, and if my hunch is right, it's an heirloom of the royal Oberlian family, a dazzling, unparalleled gem pawned off by a debaucherous duke some years ago. Duke Danan, if you didn't get the reference. A royal heirloom. Is it really alright for her to have something like that for sale? I'm not sure, but if she isn't cautious, it could turn into a diplomatic problem. Can't really weigh in on this one either, considering we have no proof of it even being the genuine article. You know, if you want to investigate it that badly, you can always buy it, dearies. Keep in mind it'll cost you an arm and a leg. The craftsmanship is superb, and the Goldia used in it is of the highest quality. I don't know if they ever mentioned the line in Sky about him selling that or not. But But since we're here, we can go to the weapon shop. Forgot about this. Another customer? Damn, right when I thought things were starting to slow down. Something wrong, sir? Something wrong? You bet there is. All I want is some peace and quiet to read my magazines. Can hardly pick one up before someone comes barging in. Honestly, I'd appreciate if I didn't have any customers show up at all. That'd go double for you guys. Get what you want and scram. So right now I just want to look at the computer. All those are reported. Can we do the kitten thing yet? So we get a spirit badge. I can put this on Lloyd, just make him really tanky. So apparently I can't warp inside of buildings. So we would have went to the administrative. We would have entered from that side over there instead of the one we're currently at. It's been about 50 years since the City Hall building was constructed. It was designed by the hands of the famous architect J. Kendall. Its majesty and refined air perfectly represent Crossbell as a whole. I don't think the architect ever plays a role in anything anywhere, name-wise or literally anything. My shop is a big hit with tourists. While you're tired from walking around all day sightseeing, nothing perks you up like a nice glass of juice. So glad I chose a juice stand to start out. Won't be much longer until we need to put together the draft for the next budget, and I'm sure once again the DIE members will be clawing at our doors in order to make sure the budget benefits them. Got a killer headache already. Well, we're going to St. Ursula's. You want to come with? It's one of the city's patrol officers. I chose to do this area as my assignment. I think that should be a typo. I chose this area. There's no to needed. It may look like a dull place to watch, but a lot of detectives come through here. Since I'm aiming to earn my detective license, don't you think studying them is the perfect reference? We just spoke. Good afternoon, everyone. Did anything interesting happen while you were investigating Armorica? Nothing yet. We haven't learned anything more than what the CGF already noted down in their report. What a shame. Yeah, I forgot the CGF conducted their own investigation. I wonder if Noe was out in the field. Fran loves to boast about her older sister in the CGF. In fact, after hearing about her day in and day out, I feel like I know her just as well. Come on, Rebecca, don't tease me like that. I only have so much to say because my sister hardly ever contacts me herself. That's all it is. It's not like I'm feeling lonely or anything like that. No siree. Can't say I ever feel good going to headquarters, but being around these lovely ladies always brightens my day. But you can understand why these two are appointed as receptionists. So I think Noe is just supposed to be a nickname for her, not a typo or anything. Hi guys, it's Crime Prevention Week at headquarters. I'd like to remind you all to double check your doors and windows before leaving your home. The first key to prevention is being prepared. Crime Prevention Week? This is the first time I've ever heard of it. Well, I can't say I'm surprised the news hasn't gone out about it. It'd be nice if the higher-ups allocated a larger budget towards spreading awareness. Looks to me like you've been hard at work filling out your combat notebook. I'd like to record the information in your database. Mind if I see it for a moment? With pleasure. You should have enough for one reward, I think. Thank you very much. Here's your notebook back. Please accept this compensation for your hard work. 1,000 Mira to you material. Don't forget to stop by once you collected more monster data, okay? Thanks, we will. Of course. We'll see to it that we visit. I think there's one more reward we can get this chapter, but I'm not going to give it high priority or anything. I'd rather just collect at the start of the next chapter. And I'm probably going to do that going forward unless something calls me to the police headquarters sooner. Although we will be back after St. Ursula, won't we? Well, the rookies' patrol routes are finally settled now, at least. What about you, Officer Kate? A veteran like you should go for a district with weaker support. Officer, please, spare me the veteran title. Makes me sound so old. Sorry about that, ma'am. She just pulled one over on you, man. She's getting out of work. How do you feel about these assignments? Let me take a look. There's more orbital vehicles on the road, so I think I'll go to Central Square. I'm a veteran, after all. Right, we'll leave that area to you, then. And that's why she's there when you see her from now on. Including in Cold Steel. Oh, what do we have here? This dude's wife is smoking hot. Suddenly feel more motivated to do some investigating. Sounds just like you, Randy. Excuse me? Isn't everyone like that? A bit of eye candy is really all you need to perk back up when you're in a slump. It's good to my understanding that last month's incident involved a Dia member. It's no surprise the top brass is acting all wishy-washy about the whole thing. All I need to know is it involves a politician, that's it, another CPD special. Why not just arrest the politician? Well, it's not that simple. They haven't stopped us outright, but they've been pressuring us to drop it in more roundabout ways, so we gotta tread lightly with this investigation. Got stuck on the bench there. So yeah, we've been to about half of Crossbell so far. Welcome to Crossbell City Hall. If you're here to inquire about the hours of operation for our bus service, then you come to the right place. The service itself is under the jurisdiction of the Transportation Division, though. Can't go there, it's locked. I appreciate that Crossbell's government has been putting more effort into expanding the oral bus service in recent years. I wish the politicians had better intentions behind their actions, though. They're only making these efforts in order to garner popularity. Can't complain, though. It's not like the bus line isn't a valuable part of our lives. The administrative district, no reason to go in there. Next up is the library. Any individual can check out up to 3 books at a time, and that's the most we can keep up with, unfortunately, given how understaffed we are. I think the locals would find it easier if they could borrow up to 5 books, though. There's hardly anyone knowledgeable about Crossbell's rich history. Sure, someone might be able to tell you history about the last 50 years, but go back 200, no, even 100 years, and there's zilch nada. So curious as to how Crossbell evolved into what it is today. I'm honestly shocked that no one else seems fascinated by it. Well, it's alchemy for you. Saint and the White Wolf. I don't know if you actually have to read these to get them to appear in your notes, if they even do. I think they count towards the all books thing, but the stuff up here shouldn't, because it's just background stuff. You're looking for the fairy tale about the White Wolf. I remember seeing it over on the first floor in the children's reading section. Imagine you'll have luck finding it in that area. So I did go through it rather quickly. You'll just have to pause if you want to read it. I don't remember if it's related to Kia or not. Mom, what happens next? It's really if the library carries so many children's books. Yeah, I've noticed that it never gets so few visitors. I wonder why that is. And just for the sake of it, let's go through it real quick. A very kind girl lived in a certain town, treated these wounded, ravaged by disease, gained the admiration except for the ruling lord. Huh. So, sounds like Fata Morgana already. Girl lived alone on a cliff above the sea, guardian headed to carry out the deed, attacked from behind, no one suspect a thing, emerged from the house, draw water, the White Wolf appeared, protected the girl, sent down the cliff, found himself on a simple bed, saw the girl standing there, the girl saved him. He warned her that the Lord tried to kill her, she was surprised but smiled. She must be a daughter of the goddess. He decided the wolf was a servant, so he wanted the Lord to change the mind. Town got burned down. But that's your clue to Zeit playing a much bigger role than you're initially led to believe. If you don't know who Zeit is, don't worry, he'll be appearing in this chapter near the end. If you're looking for Grace, she's not here right now. She left the office earlier today with a mischievous grin on her face. I'm guessing she's on the hunt for her latest scoop. Now that Grace is out of town, our editing session went a lot quicker than it usually does. It's pretty normal for her to go full throttle during a session, so they usually end up devolving into heated arguments. She can write one hell of an interesting article, so I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. What's up? Are you here to see Grace? She's off on a business trip, unfortunately. Given the time of day, she's probably out snapping photos of Heimdall, I guess. Heimdall being the capital, I believe, of Erebonia, so you won't see it in this game, but you can see it in Cold Steel. What's with all the people exercising in the park these days? Probably just the trendy thing to do. Maybe I should give it a try. Judge my noodles not by the stall they're served from, but by their quality. Wake up the crack of dawn to prepare the noodles and let them rest. Once they're ready, I bring them here and boil them. Try as they might, no other stall will ever come close to the ones I've got here. Wait, Celine's here too? Guess Novus can take things easy with casting announcements being made next week. What's the company supposed to be? Where's this company supposed to be? I never delivered anything to them before. The address for these newly constructed buildings make absolutely no sense. So Nikolai is here doing this running. Nikolai's been doing his running here. I'm not gonna let him get an edge over me, especially after Risha has already. So they're members of Archon CL if you didn't put it together. Those are the people exercising in the park these days. So here's the boat to Michelin. Heard there's all sorts of fun to be had over in Michelin. I can hardly wait. Taking my daughter to Michelin. It'll be a first time riding one of these cruise ships, so we're pretty excited. This boat's huge. Never been on a boat before. I missed the last ship because I was too busy eating my lunch. Looks like the next one's coming way sooner than I thought. Maybe I didn't really need to hurry after all. To all passengers traveling Michelin, the ship will depart in 5 minutes. Thank you for your patience. This is the ship that takes you to Michelin? I knew the resort was popular, but it's clearly more extravagant than I expected. Well, yeah, extravagance is what Michelin's all about. It's got a theme park, rusty shops, and all kinds of other fun spots to check out. Wait, you're telling me you've never been, Lloyd? No, can't say I have. They built the place while I was living abroad. We'll have to introduce you to it sometime, but for now, we ought to get back to work. And by get back to work, she means fish. So if you're wondering, how do you get the fish fillets without feeding the cat food? And the answer to that is you'll need the rod and you'll need the earthworm. Let's see if I can actually get it here. You're basically looking for the Armorica carp. The small ones will give you fish fillets. The medium ones give you the wind sepith. So I'm going to try one more just to see if I can get the fish fillet. And if you need to get more earthworms, the monsters on the Armorica village route will, they can drop them. It's the exact same size. So yeah, just believe me when I tell you the small ones will give you the fillets. It may just take you a little while to get the small ones. Signs affixed on the locked door. Hayway, come back later. In case you're wondering, the different fish have different windows for you to respond with a button press, so that may have been one of the rarer fish that got away with my bait. It's been about 10 years since I was first assigned to work for the IBC security department. Around this time, the building's finished, I think. It's a pretty busy year for me. I just taken up a new post, only to be reassigned to the IBC main building. I see. It requires more research, I take it. Even though it's theoretically possible, its operational capacity can't keep up. It still suffers from limitations despite using the Epstein Foundation's most top-of-the-line equipment. We're discussing something far beyond my comprehension. To be fair, the Chief is the most knowledgeable specialist on the Crossbell. It would be more surprising if you were able to follow along. We like to boast about how this building is the safest place on the entire continent. Modern buildings require modern security, and we won't hold back. Our security system utilizes the latest and horrible engineering advances. Not to mention our security department is full of trained professionals. Doesn't matter if you're the greatest criminal in the world, this establishment is impenetrable. I don't know if it's the beginning of Chapter 4 or the end of Chapter 3 where you see what they're talking about. Crossbell has managed to remain prosperous through its entire history by engaging in trade and exchanging septium. However, their older methods are no longer valid with the rise of wearable technology. The age of financial investments has begun. Don't waste my time with any small deals. There have apparently been monsters popping up all over the place. Our department managed to receive some of the reports on it. Heard from an intern in St. Ursula was attacked. Some scary stuff, man. I feel for them. Our reception desk can provide you with any information you need about the operations taking place here. Our building is actually home to 20 different companies. Please refer to this desk if any of them are expecting you. I'm thinking of buying a rather expensive gift for my grandchild's birthday. 1, 2, 3, if I got the full amount. Hello, my dear customers. Are you here to open an account? You can use your IBC accounts to withdraw Mirror at any of our branches across the continent. They also work at any of our partnered banks. Pretty convenient, huh? So what do you say? Shall we get one started? So I just want to pass through the park one more time to make sure we didn't miss anyone on our way to East Street. I think it's just filled with actors. Into Acacia. My little brother's been living downtown for way too long now, so I've decided to take time off of work to bring him back myself. Even though it's entirely just a personal family issue, my boss told me this would all be treated as paid vacation. He's a kind man. Alright then, I think I'll try paying the downtown district a visit tomorrow. As he hasn't come home for a while now. What's he even doing? Serena's been worried out of her mind about him. My neighbor Serena works hard to provide for her family by herself. She's so responsible for a girl so young, I really have no idea how she does it. As for Fran, now that she has a stable job with the CPD, I think she's at the age where she might want to consider moving on her own. Then again, that girl tends to get a little lonely all too easily. As we saw earlier. No Estelle or Joshua. How am I supposed to take an afternoon nap with all that racket out on the street? Noticed the walls were thin when I first moved in, but now that I'm convinced they're little more than a sheet of paper. I'm friggin' starved. Think I'll hit up Long Lao for some grub. Boy doesn't really want to run a store at all. He told me he's changing his life batteries right now. These fancy orbital vehicles have become more popular in the last few years. Not only that, they're beginning to use them to deliver goods from Calvert. Definitely more convenient for small deliveries than trains are, that's for sure. It's better watch both sides of the street for cars, too. Any resident of East Street can find all of life's necessities here with ease. If you go down the street a bit, you'll find all kinds of vendors. If you're looking for special items, you can put in a request. To be honest, it's probably the most convenient street to live on in the city. The Crossbell Guardian Force has been making some impressive moves as of late. Their commander may be a real scumbag, but they've got a capable deputy commander. I think we'll just sit back and observe for a while, see where it all takes us, you know? I'm so happy to see you again, Tio. Gosh, you're such a cutie, I can never get enough of you. Can I hug you, please? Help? Aelia's mind totally breaks whenever she sees Tio. I don't know how many times we've gone through this scenario now. Man, a spoken-out foreign gal like her is totally my type. Seems like she's only got eyes for you, Tio Tot. Not much I can do, so I'll let you have this one. What am I supposed to do? Hey, rookies, how you doing? She's one of the Brazers, isn't she? If I remember correctly, her name is Lynn. It's pretty rare to run into you here. I'm guessing you don't have to go outside for the city for work today? Yep, just got back yesterday. Complained to Michelle about all the out-of-town jobs he's been sending me on recently, so I think I'll be spared for a little bit at least. Sounds like you Brazers end up running around everywhere, even more than us. And I'm not seeing anyone else. So I think this is actually our first chance to meet them. So I don't think we could have run into them anywhere else. They would not have been on Station Street when I skipped it or anything. Heard about it from Copan. So pumped we got ourselves another new member. Better tell us whenever you make some new catches, okay? We'll be looking forward to hearing all about it. Congrats, looks like you finally become a member of a fine guild. Man, Copan sure snatched you up quick. I was going to personally invite you myself. You were? Wait, when? When the heck did I join the Fisherman's Guild? I mean, sure, I did accept that fishing rod earlier. Don't sweat the details, kid. You're already our comrade in rods. I don't think I'm getting out of this one. Still, looks like they'll share a love for fishing. It'll be nice to have some people to talk to about it. Hey there, Lloyd. Are you aware of the rank certification exam? Our guild grants ranks that correspond to how skilled of an angler you are. If you come in ace angler, I bet you'll be legendary in Crossbell. Anyway, kid, if there's anything you don't get, feel free to ask me. I'll give you a thorough explanation. Fisherman's Guild is a prestigious organization created in order to spread the culture and greatness of fishing. Due to our strong sense of purpose and calling, our guild established the rank certification exam. If there's anything you don't get, feel free to ask. Don't bother with checking rank. It goes up every 4 different types of fish you catch. I've only caught Armorica carp so far. Did you guys return by bus too? Guess we weren't on the same bus, though. Whatever. I let the branch manager know the news. Everyone's downstairs. Feel free to head that way yourself if you need anything. We're here to ask about the rank certification exam, you know? I need to get a drink real quick. It's nice to see you again, but oh my, you look exhausted. What happened? Don't worry about us, we're fine. We managed to survive had we not taken that break, though. Thank you for the lemonade, Mrs. Parla. Definitely came in handy. I must leave for tonight's meeting. I have to organize the general meeting, and submit our financial statements. The anniversary festival is nearing, so I'll also have to get in touch with the mayor soon. Yeah, I figured you'd be really busy, Chairman Moores. Of course, I may be old, but work still keeps me busy every day. So yeah, there are a couple rough spots in the Geofront translation, but still pretty nice overall, I think. One of my good buds drives a delivery route through the Empire. The Imperial border sounds like a pain in the ass to get through, though. I just graduated from Sunday school earlier this year. I've been thinking what I should do, but I decided I should help with the business. I mean, look at Daddy, he's got a mean face and he's always glaring at customers. I doubt I could leave him to run things alone. What the fudge, Pudge? What the fudge, Puck? Don't eat that steam bun, it's mine. Well, then maybe you should lay off the dumplings. All that garlic in them is going to give you some seriously stinky breath. Shan-chan's so cute, she might just be the perfect waitress. Enough about her, though. More importantly, she may only be helping out, but even Shan-chan's managing to work for her business. There's no way we can't do it, too. This customer really gets it. Our master's in the eastern quarter, so our char siu pork is the best you'll find in western Zemuria. And here we go. Chief, what are you doing here? Hey guys, fancy seeing you here. How's the investigation coming along smoothly? I suppose you could say that, yes. We're planning to head to St. Ursula Medical College next. Glad to see you're all working hard. Good luck to that. Good luck with that. Looking forward to hearing your report later. He really doesn't care, believe me. Shan-chan's one stubborn girl. I've told her many times before not to bother helping me around the store, and yet... Okay, we're finishing. It's time for us to go and buy what we came for. Can't wait. You sure love Mishi, don't you? And... same thing. So I think there's going to be a hidden quest here when we come back from St. Ursula. Look who decided to stop by again. Did you bring me some more fresh fish? You guys managed to fish these up yourself? They're in pretty good condition. I could probably sell these. How about it? You want me to take those fish off your hands? Remember, fish indigenous to Crossbell are popular, so I'll give you a nice reward if you bring me some. So we get 10 water sepith for each Amoric and carp. Fish indigenous to Crossbell have been a hot ticket item, but it's always hard to find suppliers. Looks like you guys managed to find some high quality fish. Would you mind selling them to me? I'll throw in a little reward. Marketplace is pretty useful for talking to various store owners. Some of the ladies here taught me a simple and useful way to prepare fish when I'm running low on time. So real quick... Oh. Okay, my plan isn't gonna work. Welcome folks, we got the finest produce available today. Not to brag or anything, but I haven't taken a single day of vacation ever since I set up the stall. Can't leave our valuable customers waiting after all. Can't tell if Dins is even interested in running a serious business. I've seen him go around handing out unsold vegetables for free around the neighborhood. He can be way too nice for his own good at times. Pretty sure it's cheapest to buy from Dins fresh in bulk right now. On the other hand, the key to vegetables is to keep them fresh, so maybe I should only buy a few of them. I'll think of it while I check out some other stores. Been having some pretty steady sales lately. I'm sure glad people are enjoying my works. Hey, I may cut the heck out of my hands making all this stuff, but it sure was worth it. So after we go downtown, all that's left is Station Street. This reference book is ruthless. How hard can this thing get? I want to buy a book that's easier to understand, but I'm strapped for Mira. What am I supposed to do? This month is looking tight. This week's stock prices, eh? No, it's pathetic of me, but I still indulge in the occasional business magazine. Can't seem to shake some of the habits I had from my days as a trader. Apparently a young lady moved into one of the apartments by herself. Who knows, maybe she doesn't have any relatives like myself. Danny's at work every day. He works in construction, so he leaves early in the morning, but then when he gets home at night, I'm already asleep. Barely even get to see Daddy. One of the Diet members came by earlier. There were mentions of demolishing the downtown district in order to redevelop it, I think. The downtown district will cease to exist, won't it? If that happens, then we'll have to move. And if you played Cold Steel, you know it does cease to exist. Alcohol is all I need. do believe it's been about 20 years since the Crossbell station was built. I remember there being a gigantic celebration to usher it in. These days we even have an airport. Life is sure more convenient now. We already know that's locked, so I'm not gonna bother. You're still a total newbie. We gotta make sure you get all the rules down one by one. Now listen, the first thing you gotta learn is how to greet a fellow Viper. Whenever Vald or any of the other senior members come to you, you hit them with a sup. Got it? Sup. Hello. Don't hello me, we taught you how to greet us, now put your back into it. Sup. Some chick moved into Lotus Heights all by herself. She must have a whole lot of screws, though she thinks living alone here is a good idea. But her racks, sweet 80s, don't even get me started. We see those jackasses from the government around here sometimes too. They say it's for a redevelopment survey. Bunch of dumbasses, we send them packing quick. Damn suits, I can piss off out of here and go straight to Gehenna. Yeah. Eyes on me. Get your eyes on me. I'm hungry like a beast, so you better flee. Goki was discharged from the hospital, but still going back there for regular checkups. Screw those guys. Ravash must think they're hot shit. You guys hear some chick moved into Lotus Heights all by herself? Can you guys believe it? What kind of girl lives alone in the downtown district? I scoped her real quick too. She looks dumb as hell. If you've played the end of Cold Steel 2, you'll know enough about Risha. Well, man's still drinking his life away back in his room. It's already noon and he's still at it. That deadbeat's only skill is how much booze he can hold down. What a loser. At least Van has a dad. He's a deadbeat, though. I like to carry this bag around to store any scraps I managed to find. Traders check out what I picked up and end up buying some of it. At the end of the day, the streets are cleaner. Now that's killing two birds with one stone. I had 3 more repair jobs come through my door today. Dang, I really don't get enough help around here. It'd be nice if I had someone apprentice to help out. So you could upgrade some of this stuff, it's just not worth it at this point, I think. I'd rather save my U materials for the next chapter. We'll have stuff over at Mainz and St. Ursula, but that's it for the chapter. So damn bored. We haven't been getting any fights with the Vipers lately. Can't let this lull put a damper on my skills. I better practice shooting my slingshot for a little while. I've been practicing martial arts ever since I was a kid. I'm pretty confident in hand-to-hand combat too. CGF's hunting wolf-like monsters out in the mountains. I'm admittedly a little curious about our wolven friends. Well, I wouldn't exactly call it a hunt. They're just patrolling the area. Where'd you find out something like that anyway? Looks like there's some truth to my words. I'm pretty sure I remember hearing a similar story in the Church's testaments. The White Wolf keeps vigil over this karmic land, for here is where the bell tolls, or something like that, I think. I don't really believe in it, though. Oh, really? That's the same story the village chief told us. I wasn't expecting to hear that from you, of all people. It's almost like Wazy is very pious. I was walking along East Street earlier when a woman called out to me. Turns out it was Azel's sister. She was wondering how he was doing. She's pretty worried about him since he was hospitalized. Azel will need to return to the hospital for regular checkups for a while. Don't worry though, we all plan on pitching in on the hospital bills. Can't find the right timing to apologize to my sister. Thought I'd be able to offer a bit of reassurance since I've been worrying her. Guess I'll apologize to her after checkups say that I've fully recovered. Azel must continue to visit the hospital for regular checkups, such as necessary given his extended period of unconsciousness. And 9 volley. Ashley first. We have 60 24 caliber Reinfords and... Hey Lloyd, I can buy out handguns in that one box. The other box over there appears to be filled to the brim with ammunition. Explosives and hand grenades. I think I spy a bulletproof vest and some other gadgets over there. Wait a damn minute, is that can over there filled with liquid fuel the CGF uses? Excuse us. We were hoping you'd provide us with some information regarding the type of business you're running. Oh, customers? We're brokers. We deal with goods coming in from all over Zemuria. You guys new to the CPD? Never seen your faces around here before. Brokers? People who like to operate in the dark. Heard rumors of a black market with a long reach operating out of Crossbell somewhere. I take it that's you? Smuggled goods and weapons? Are you connected to Rosh by any chance? Of course not. Even the thought of being lumped in with those numbskulls makes me sick. I'm a respectable broker, thank you very much. I trade with 10 odd countries, including their militaries and the Jaeger Corps. associate with small-time thugs that fire their guns at the drop of a hat. You're cops, right? If you want to take them down, be my guest. Actually, a detective from the 1st Division usually stops by here every so often. Well, half the reason is to buy supplies, the other half is to loosen my tongue about current smuggling trends. She must be valuable to the CPD as well, then. Even so, I can't get over how suspicious she is. Are you guys gonna buy something or what? If you must know, I don't sell weapons to anybody I don't trust. I got my standards. That being said, if anything ever catches your eye, don't hesitate to ask my daughter over the counter about it. You know, Mama's got some history with this one Jaeger guy I've seen in here before. Old geezer looks like he can pack a real mean punch. I don't know which one that would be, because Zephyr and Red Constellation have lost their leaders already. Old Jaeger. As a child, I always dreamed of becoming a railway engineer, but one day I decided to stick to admiration instead. That's why I'm a train buff. There are lots of interesting things going on in Crossbell, aren't there? Sure makes this little heart of mine start pumping with excitement. You're excited as a child in a candy store. Do try to calm down a little, okay, dear? Just received cargo from the Republic a few moments ago to be delivered to... For real? I gotta take this all the way to Mainz? I have to hurry or else the sun will set on me. Crossbell Station, I only need to catch a train right now. So yes, those 4 NPCs are the ones I missed. But otherwise, now I believe we've spoken to every single person in Crossbell and even did the one hidden quest. So the next stop will be St. Ursula, but that's going to be a separate video, I'm afraid. Anyway, I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.